That curves. That little special place between their legs that I just love to listen. Look, I don't discriminate against the LGBTQ people. I just know what I like. So I do what I like. It's what comes natural to me.
So you wouldn't have a problem with me liking women then?
Wait, what?
So I've been thinking.
I'm listening.
A lot has happened. And our friends and family don't really seem to be mixing well. And let's just...
What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all my social medias, Instagram and Twitter at A Connection TV. Like this video because it's free to do. Leave a comments because I read majority of the comments and I respond. And also subscribe. I talk about everything in life and I do reviews. I am a reviewer, not a reporter. So I don't keep heavily up with like everybody in their interpersonal lives and like relationships and stuff. I need the help of you guys to correct me on things if I'm wrong or just keep me informed because you guys are like, well, some of you are like really, really heavy into it. So like with me being the reviewer and y'all being the reporters, it makes the synergy awesome. I am about to watch episode 3, Us Against the World, the Challenge World Championships, whatever it's called. And yeah, this is going to be a mixture of live reactions because I'm watching it right on my TV and a full review at the end or a review at the end. Yes. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so like I lied. I just watched the whole damn thing because in my mind, I'm like, why is it taking so long to get to the freaking elimination? But you know, watching the Challenge US of A, it was so boring because there was no drama, there was nothing. Like I didn't really care about the people that were a part of it. Like I had no connection to them. Like where's the backstory? Where's the history? There was none of that. And then I watched this. And baby, they gave me a whole second episode of stuff before we even got to the elimination. But there's a reason, Wes. Baby, I needed all of the drama. I needed all of the meat and potatoes on the plate. Don't just give me the broccoli. Give me the meat, the potatoes, the sauce, the gravy, the juice, the wine, whatever, and just give it all to me. And that's what they did. This was masterful. I loved all of this. Granted, we could have at least gotten a challenge out of this episode, but they didn't want to do that. They wanted to milk the hell out of Killian and Jody situation, so much so that I understood where we were potentially going, right? Where we were potentially going, but ooh, this was so good. This is so good. This was so good. Oh my God, like what? You know, and then when I think about watching the regular show, I'm like, sometimes I feel like we are missing out of a lot of stuff because they cut everything out, but maybe because they're on Paramount Plus, they don't have to cut as much out. I'm like, wow, this is like, I'm like, I got the feels, you know what I'm saying? The feels is in me right now. Like, wow, this is really, really good. So I'm gonna try my best to like get through this whole thing, right, with my notes, right? And we're gonna do what it do. So hopefully you like this video and let's get into it, baby, because this was a good ass episode. This was really, really good. So Janae talks to Wes and Wes tells her to put Jody in. Okay, Wes told her to put Jody in because, you know, she's having this complex issue with, you know, putting her friend in, her bestie, or whatever the case may be, right? And Janae, she says she doesn't understand why friendship is on the table. Why don't you understand that? Why don't you understand that friendship is on the table? Friendship, you're stopping your friend from getting $500,000 potentially. Because of what? Because of what? And then if there is a reason, why can't you just simply articulate that to Kellyanne? I'm assuming that they never had the conversation because Kellyanne says that they never had the freaking conversation. So in my mind, I'm team Kellyanne right off the rip. Yes, Kellyanne is doing way too much. She talks way too much. She's overly emotional, all of that. But as your friend, tell her to shut the up. Why was that so difficult to Janae to say? But you know what? Sarah, she's funny. Sarah is funny. Sarah is a pot stirrer, and so is that, what's her name? That girl that's with Nani. So they're pot stirrers, baby. OMG. And then freaking, what's the girl name? Tori. Pot stirrers. And I guess because Kellyanne was like, y'all want to keep the best teams in here? Okay, yeah, Kellyanne shouldn't have never said that. That's true. But at the end of the day, between all, I'm getting too far. Anyway, Kellyanne speaks to Tristan and he says, well, she hasn't thrown you in. Just relax. Tristan says she can't keep her mouth shut. Tristan is like, OMG, he's right though. OMG, shut up. Those are my notes. Tristan is having a conversation with Kellyanne and Tristan is trying to calm her down because Kellyanne is doing way too much. There was another person that was like this on the challenge, and I cannot remember her name because it was a chick. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why are you putting if you're a legend, why are you putting a target on your freaking back? Stay calm, stay under the radar, and don't make waves. Like, why is that so difficult for Kellyanne to understand? I mean, she is highly and overly emotional on everything that she's in, but Jesus, learn from this. What the Tyra Banks, oh, you should have learned from this. Learn from this. We were all rooting for you. Because to be honest, I don't know nothing about a Jody. And I'm like, girl, she could go. And Ben-Ha, they both can go. Like, what? Kellyanne is doing way too much. Grant doesn't know who they are going to throw in. Grant wants Janae not to care about Kellyanne. What are we missing? You gave us this full episode about stuff. What are we missing? Why is Grant thinking this way? I'm not sure. In my mind, I'm like, who is he to tell Janae to get rid of this friendship? What have we not seen on the television? Because I don't understand. Not unless Grant is just like that in real life. The Aussies have the power. Emily and Ryan played season 1 Australia. They got married. I thought that was cute. Ryan is cute. Nelson talks to Shuhui and he is like, who do you want to go against? Nelson tells her she can meet his mom. That was a lot of fluff. There was so much fluff going on in the post-confessionals, but I thought it was cute, whatever. Benja is drunk and he says they aren't going into the challenge. Benja is a Gemini, so he's trying not to take things personal. He tells Jody that you are amazing 17 times. So in this moment, Benja was really, really drunk and he could not stop talking. And I feel like maybe he did like one season of a show or whatever because he doesn't know how to operate on the cameras. Clearly the cameras are in front of them and they're wanting them to have a dialogue discussion about everything that's going on. But Benja, or Ben-Ha, however you say his name, is continuing the conversation over and over and over and over again, telling Jody that she's amazing, she's amazing, she's amazing, she's amazing. And I'm like, okay, like this is a lot. And Jody was like, okay, this conversation is over. Like, go over there to the whatever you got to do. I got to use the bathroom. When anybody says they have to use the bathroom and a conversation is being had, sometimes they do have to use the bathroom, but they're loving the fact that they broke up this long, mundane conversation and they're going to use the bathroom. Probably won't come back. I'm probably that person. I'm probably a Jody, okay? Then, you know, out of nowhere, we get Tori, who has been sleeping with Jordan in the bed, and they're doing like butt massages on each other and like all this extra stuff. And I'm like, okay, I could have swore that Jordan was messing with like 5 women before, you know, dealing with like what? Like I'm so confused because why? How is Amber on this show, but she was pregnant on the reunion of that challenge? But she, like, I was so confused. Like in my mind, clearly they did that challenge after they came back from the USA Championships. I'm thinking they had to have. Like, I'm thinking like these are back-to-back challenges or something like that because how is, oh, now she pregnant and now she on this show. Anyways, it is what it is. It had to have been back-to-back challenges. They probably just flew them from that and then like, you want to do this? All right, we're doing this right now. Because that just didn't make sense to me. Kaz and Theo, I mentioned what I like about Paramount Plus is the fact that they cuss. Tori is cussing all through. What the fuck? Cussing all throughout this. I'm on YouTube, so I can't cuss. But in Paramount Plus, baby, you can cuss. On WatchACTV.com, you can cuss. I was here for it. The challenge house is a mess. I think it was Ben that was cleaning up. I can't remember his name. He got beautiful eyes. Kellyanne talks to him, and she is still tripping. After Tristan told her to calm the F down, she ain't calming the F down. And she's still talking about it. Like, okay, granted, like, if you really consider this chick to be your bestie, because a lot of these TV celebrities, they always like use bestie or friend, and they really aren't that close for whatever particular reason. Like, I'll be like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, some of these people don't even see each other outside of the show. They only see each other once or twice. But so says Kellyanne, they are besties. And Johnny kind of said it too. I don't know. Like, so... I don't know. That house was a mess, and I don't know what I would do about that, but Kellyanne is like really making it seem like she about that life. And in my mind, I'm like, girl, you can't even really do puzzles. Like, you get so frazzled over puzzles. I feel like if Kellyanne could just hone in on her emotions and freaking focus, she could be a beast. But she's just so overly emotional all over the place. Tori and Jordan are sleeping in the same bed. I mentioned that. Kaz and Theo stopped talking for 2 years. Theo says she was the problem because she was a kid. They both look pretty young, if you ask me. And Theo does look like he's pretty sure of himself, like overly sure of himself, because he's been on TV and he's handsome and he's tall, but like he's just like overly sure of himself. I don't know about that. Tori is giving Jordan a butt massage. I mentioned that. Danny says the game is based on relationships versus your country. I never thought that it was going to be about the country kind of thing. I obviously thought about relationships and friendships potentially, because they bring in the legends in anyway. So there was no way that we were going to have this kind of energy on the World Challenge USA, because they didn't even really know each other and nobody knew each other. But this bringing the legends in, this is why this show is good. It's really, really good. Now, mind you, I didn't have to watch a whole episode to get to the elimination with no challenge, but to get all that backstory and drama, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Because now I'm like, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying? Kellyanne better dig in Jonah's ass. Like, what are we talking about? Tristan talks to his people about Kellyanne, because Tristan is from the UK. So Tristan is talking to Kaz and another chick. I want to say it's Kiki. Maybe it's Kiki or another chick. I don't know. I can't. These people, it's hard to get them in line. But Tristan talks to his people about Kellyanne and that she is so tense. Tristan says that he is a mama's boy. He talks to the UK. We're 16 minutes in at this point, and we've not gotten to an elimination. Benha talks to Bananas and learns from him. Johnny's saying that, you have to be able to adapt to anything at any point in the challenge, because anything can shake up, anything can change. Kellyanne talks to Janae. Janae says, I want to have your back. She wants to work with her. Kelly cries. Now, this is the moment where you can establish whether or not the friendship is real or if it's a farce. Because in this moment, regardless of what kind of communications or conversations have been had outside of the two, if these two are really friends and they really got each other's back, there's that communication there. And then that's it. Like that should be it, right? Not even thinking about Kellyanne and what she said, or thinking about that. Janae should have been talking to Kellyanne about that. Like, you need to calm down. I don't know if they had that conversation because they edited it out. But like, you need to calm down. You're doing too much. You're creating waves. Shut up and stop creating waves and let's ride this together. I think that's very possible for us to do. Not only that, I think it will also be amazing, Janae, if we know that she is your friend, and because loyalty goes a long way in this game, and the fact that you just backstabbed your own friend, who can really trust you? And that's like up for debate now, right? It really is in my mind. But I felt like Janae was a snake, and I felt like in her other two challenges, she did kind of skate by, and she won when she needed to win, kind of like how Casey did on the Big Brother. She skated by, and even in the challenge, she skated up to the end and won when she needed to win. I guess that's okay, but to me, that doesn't really say much. Like, that doesn't say much to me. I don't know. Janae did win with Grant, and they did beat out all those teams. So I can't really talk that much against her gay stuff, but that's kind of like how her gameplay has been to me so far. Jody talks to Benha saying that we are gonna go in. Qui is Argentina and Benha is Argentina. Sarah talks to Danny. They talk about the legends having each other's back. And Sarah, like I said, is the pot stirrer. She really is. And she won by default, to be honest. I don't care. Danny won that challenge. He should have got all the money fair and square. But I'm going to say because he's a black man, they didn't want to give it to him. I don't care what anybody says. That's what I'm saying. And that's what it's going to be. Because I don't remember her making it to the end of the mountain. And if she did, please put below these comments that she made it to the end of the mountain. And then I will not say anything about race. Tell me, y'all, did she make it to the top of the mountain with him? Or was she stuck at the bottom, shivering, her hands freezing ice cold? I remember her being stuck at the bottom. I don't know why they split the money. But if she didn't make it to the top, they split the money because they didn't want to give everything to a black man. And I'm standing on that. Prove me otherwise. Nelson talks to Johnny and he says if he keeps his hair up, he wants to go with Tristan. And he says if he keeps his hair down, then he wants to go against Benha. Johnny does Benha hair, and I'm like, what? Why is Johnny doing Benha's hair? Like, what are we talking about? What? I can understand that. And ain't enough saving grace or like y'all are not 5 teams left. 7 teams left, 10 teams left. Y'all still got all the teams in this house, and you sitting here trying to play the field on everybody and be nice to everybody. Jeanne, you doing people's hair, and the person that you just committed your alliance to, your bestie, is in the bed right next to you? What? Oh, baby, you cannot trust this woman at all. And in my mind, I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Killian is in her feelings, not necessarily because they had the conversation, but she says that there's like 1% chance that Johnny would do you dirty. Girl, this was too much for me. Not doing the boys' hair. I can understand that. 25 minutes in, we still not at the elimination. Nelly puts his hair up. 25 minutes in, we finally get to the elimination. Nelly puts his hair up and he wants to go against Tristan and Kelly. Grant says Tristan and Johnny says Kelly. And to me, that was just effed up. Like, Johnny didn't warn Kellyanne. Johnny didn't say nothing to Kellyanne. Johnny took the word of Sarah, took the word of Casey, and whoever else was running to tell that, and decided to put Kellyanne in the house. Because Kellyanne is a fierce competitor. I don't see how. I mean, she made it to the final twice, the last challenge, I guess. But like, why y'all scared of her? Like, I don't understand. Like, she's sitting here, well, y'all want to keep the good people in? That's facts. Why do y'all want to keep the bomb people in? Like, that makes no sense. But she doing what Corey Wharton did way back when, make Peyton a target on his back by saying he wanted to go against all the vets. And that's why he never, always got kicked out or whatever the case may be. And so in my mind, I'm like, she doing that. And like, that's not a good thing to do at the very beginning of the game. Stay quiet, stay mute, have your alliance, talk your thing with your friend, and stay in the competition. Baby, I laughed my ass off. Baby, Nelson did horrible. I could not understand. Like, this is why Nelson has not won. This is exactly why. He's fluttering around trying to figure it out. I'm like, you can't figure out that you need to get her to them things, and the only way to get her to them things is to keep the momentum and force her up. And then this girl swimming in the air, I would have stopped her. I would have stopped her and said, look, mama, stay straight, stay focused. Hone in onto those pedestals. That's what you got to get to. And I'm going to fling your ass. Stay straight. Stop moving and maneuvering around. Like, what? Oh, I died laughing. When Nelson went and he swung and he fell. That was a hot, shitty ass mess. And Nelson should know better. Nelson have been in 25 freaking seasons just about proclaiming wanting to be to the finals. And you go out on the first one. What? And this was an easy elimination? What are we talking about here? Like, as a legend, since we're calling you a legend and you've never won anything, you should be able to dictate to her what she's supposed to do. And why is his expertise hard? That's why. He could not listen to all the people yelling on the stands telling you what to do, and you could not calm the F down and listen and just focus and hone in, Mr. Legend. And then, you know, not rest in peace, Lord, I take that back, sorry. I'm sorry, I take that back. I don't want to play with that. But prayer to Nelson, because Nelson was in a horrible car accident. And like horrible, like life-threatening car accident. And I'm like, wow, like his leg is, I guess he need to put metal, like something in his leg, metal in his leg to fix his leg back. His foot was looking a whole mess. His arm is like looking, they had to stitch his arm up. Like, man, like, you know, you look at Nelson, his body is a temple, his body is perfection, but now he has like all of these issues. And even in his post, he said he's never going to be the same, and he's on a long road to recovery, a long road without the challenge. Because I can't imagine the challenge wanting to put him, like the producers wanting to put him back in the ring. Like, can you imagine him doing a hall brawl with the way his leg, and his foot? Like, I just hope that Nelson has a lot of friends next to him and a lot of like people that can like keep him grounded, because I can imagine he's so emotionally invested in the challenge and like wanting to be a part of the brand. Like, I could see his mind exploding and his eyes exploding with tears, like potentially thinking that he can never be a part of the challenge ever again. And so my heart goes out to him and my prayer goes out to him. But he was hilarious in this. He was hilarious in this challenge. At the end of the day, Killian and Tristan pulled through. They were only, Nelson and Huhi was only able to get one block because they stole a block because Killian dropped it in the center. And with not even dealing with worrying about wrestling with him, Tristan was like, you know what, have the one block. Let me get my girl back up here to get the rest of the block. Like, I feel like Tristan and Killian could be that force. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, Nelson and Huhi only had one block, and that was because they dropped it. They couldn't even figure out, Nelson couldn't even figure out how to get her there. Like, Tristan and Killian was calm, poised, and they got to the end. To be honest, no shade. But then when we get back, I was about to get off this. Hold on, nope. Because Paramount Plus gave us 90 minutes of dialogue and drama and 5 minutes of an elimination. Baby, we get back to the house. Baby, we get back to the house. First of all, Nelson put his hair up because he wanted to go, I'm sized. Nelson put his hair up because he wanted to go against Tristan. And Johnny has that, I'll be high going back in that house. What? So he put his hair up, he wanted to go against Tristan. Baby, you lost. Baby, you lost and did not even get one block. You lost, Nelson. You lost. Ridiculous. Legend, you lost. It was horrible. Child, Kelly and Tristan slayed that. Had 9 blocks down, built it, was done. Boom, slayed that. Came back, what it is. Baby, they got in the house, everybody hugging Kellyanne. All these fake ass fucking people hugging Kellyanne. Joan ain't gonna take her happy ass, her high sedity, happy ass, trifling best friend my ass upstairs to go lay down because she don't want to deal with the heat, baby. You done lit that up, and now, baby, you got the oven on, baby. You can't even step. Baby, I'm hyped because I hate that. How you gonna tell this girl you her friend and you gonna throw her in? What is that? And then Kellyanne comes back, baby. She better wreck shot. Tristan need to keep Kellyanne calm and tell her to shut up. Shut up. Stop all the talking. Okay? Let's just go in, win, and you see Grant brought his little ass in there. Grant gonna bring his ass in there, dap Tristan up and say, I thought you was going home. Oh, hell no. What? I know you lying. And then at first, I forgot that Grant was Australia and Tristan was UK. So in my mind, I'm like, why are you gonna tell his teammate that? But they're not from the same country. Baby, you got a lot of nerves coming in this room talking about you thought I was going home. And then I couldn't understand what Kellyanne said, but I know she said something smart. Baby, y'all never have each other back. They better have each other back, because who the hell is he? And then Kellyanne gonna walk in, I'm sorry, I'm hype. But Kellyanne gonna walk her ass inside the room, bring her luggage back inside the room. Joan ain't having a conversation with the other bro that was out for elimination. Don't stop the conversation now, because I'm walking my happy ass back in this goddamn room. And Kellyanne, well, I wouldn't be like that. I would be like, baby, I'll keep the silence, baby. I just be winning. What are you talking about here? But Kellyanne like, okay, so why did you throw me in? Girl, I'm like, Kellyanne, that's too much. Girl, baby, you won. Let it go, baby. It's okay. But no, she like, why did you throw me in? And Johnny said, there's a long list. Bitch, well, tell me the long list, how? Because you told me we was besties and we had each other's backs. So why couldn't we have this conversation before you decided to throw me in and you got a long list? Where this long list coming from, Ma? That would have been me off rip. Off rip, that would have been me. Kellyanne like, well, what's the long list? I'm here to tell me. You didn't tell me about this long list. She was like, I thought we was an alliance. You said we had an alliance. Johnny said, yeah, I said that, but I also said don't tell anybody, and apparently you told the whole house. No, I didn't. Right then and there. If this was a true friendship, first of all, if this was a true friendship, John A would have came to her once she heard the run tell that. She letting all these other moms tell her how to play her game. That's first go round. Second go round, baby, explain it to me now. Explain it, because what? But you know what? I don't even care. You know why I don't even care? Because we're not friends. Because if we were, I would have knew about this long ass list that you telling me about before you even decided to throw me in the fucking ring. Baby, if we were friends, I would have knew about that before you decided to throw me in the room. And you know what? And I want Kellyanne to calm the down. Because Kellyanne was getting hot. And she's like, you know what? Say that. I don't want to talk to you about it. You know, she did her little Karen response. And she walked away, and Tristan trying to calm her down again. Baby, y'all are in the house. And Tristan won. Tristan won his country, didn't he? I keep thinking he won. Tristan won his country. So, baby, you not with a slouch. Come on, Kellyanne. Keep it calm and cute. You with a dude that wanted just as badly as you do. Keep it cute and calm and come on, y'all got through that. And he listened and y'all was poised. Okay, I'm done. Baby, because I go on. This was a good ass episode. This episode was good. Mind you, y'all could have missed me with all that, but it was still good because now I'm invested. I'm Team Kellyanne all the day. Team Kellyanne and Tristan all the way through. Johnny did not have to do that. It's too early in the game to do that. To do some fugazi crap like that. It's too early in the game. So I never really was. I can't crap on Johnny and how she plays. She made it twice to the end twice for a reason. And clearly she's good in competitions because she dragged that in a heavy ass rope and Kellyanne was last. So she good. But what she did, that was some bull crap. That was on bananas level to Sarah, to be honest. Because all Johnny had to do was just tell her. That's it. That's all she had to do. That's it. But it is what it is. Kellyanne back in the game, and I want Kellyanne to seek revenge. I want Kellyanne and Tristan, because this next competition look fierce, baby. All of them running, baby. All of them is running. I want Kellyanne to seek revenge against Johnny, and I want her to go. I want Johnny to go home. I don't like when people are done dirty like that. Anyway, let me get off this. This is about to be an hour video. I love y'all. Leave y'all comments.